Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing in a quiet forest. The air is cool. The world feels still. And around you, thousands of tall trees breathe slowly, just like you do. But here's something most people don't know. Trees actually breathe. Not with lungs, of course, but through millions of tiny pores on their leaves, opening and closing, exchanging air with the sky. Every breath you take right now might include a little oxygen made by a tree, maybe one that's still standing halfway across the planet. It's almost like trees and humans share the same invisible lungs. But that's not even the most magical part. Scientists believe trees can remember seasons, communicate through their roots, and even warn each other of danger. Sounds like something out of a fairy tale, right? And yet, it's real. Tonight, we'll drift through the hidden world of trees, their secret languages, slow memories, and quiet power. Let me show you exactly how this happens. A forest looks peaceful, but it's alive with invisible activity. Beneath your feet, a network of tiny fungi connects tree roots like a hidden internet. Scientists call it the Wood Wide Web, a living underground system that lets trees send signals, nutrients, and even warnings to one another. When one tree is attacked by insects, it can release chemical messages through the soil. Nearby trees hear the signal and start producing their own protective chemicals, almost like an immune system that stretches across the forest. Imagine that, a forest that looks silent but is quietly talking beneath the surface. And it doesn't stop there. Some trees can count the length of days and nights, helping them know when to bloom or shed leaves. Others seem to remember droughts or cold years, adjusting their growth to survive future changes. It's as if trees hold the memory of time itself, stored in their rings. Each ring marks a year, a story of sunlight, storms, and survival. But wait, here's where things get really interesting. Because even though trees don't have brains, some scientists think they learn in their own slow way. Now here's where things get really interesting. In one famous experiment, researchers studied a plant called the Mimosa pudica, the touch-me-not. When touched, its leaves fold up instantly to protect themselves. At first, this reaction seems automatic, like a reflex. But scientists discovered something strange. After being touched repeatedly with no danger, the plant stopped reacting. It realized nothing bad would happen, and saved its energy. Even more surprising, when the same plant was tested weeks later, it still remembered. It didn't close its leaves anymore. That means plants, and possibly trees, can form memories. Now imagine that at the scale of a forest. A tree that remembers a dry summer might grow deeper roots the next year. One that faced a storm might grow thicker bark. It's a slow kind of learning, the kind that happens in silence, over centuries. And here's another, wow, moment. Trees can live for thousands of years. Some are older than entire civilizations. The oldest known tree, a bristlecone pine, is over 4,800 years old, older than the pyramids of Egypt. Every year, it has stood through storms, fires, and snows, yet it keeps growing, ring by ring. But if you think that's fascinating, wait until you hear this. When scientists studied tree roots, they found something truly poetic. A mother tree, often the largest and oldest in a forest, sends nutrients through underground fungi to smaller, younger trees nearby. She shares her carbon, nitrogen, even sugar, feeding the next generation. And when she's dying, she releases everything left inside her, as if giving a final gift to her children. That's not just chemistry. That's care written in biology. Forests, it turns out, are families. And families, even when silent, are full of love. But there's more. Trees can recognize their own seedlings. In experiments, a tree's roots treated its own offspring differently from strangers, sharing more nutrients and giving them better chances to survive. It's nature's quiet version of kindness. Here's the strange part, though. Even when forests are cut down, their underground networks can still pulse faintly with life for months, as if the trees are still whispering to one another, refusing to let go. So next time you walk through a forest, imagine the invisible threads beneath your feet, like veins of light, connecting every living thing. This brings us to the most surprising discovery of all. You might think trees are motionless, just standing still, year after year. But in truth, they are dancing, only at a speed too slow for us to see. Using time-lapse photography, scientists discovered that trees sway gently throughout the day and night, tilting their branches, stretching their trunks, even moving water up and down in rhythm with the moon. It's as if the entire forest is breathing in time with Earth itself. A slow, ancient pulse that never stops. Here's another gentle mystery. Trees can change the weather around them. Through something called transpiration, they release tiny water droplets into the air, which rise to form clouds. Forests create their own rain. That means a forest doesn't just live in its world, it creates its world. Think about that. A tree in the Amazon could be part of a storm that waters fields thousands of miles away. The same rain that falls on your window tonight might have started its journey from a leaf deep in a jungle. So what does all this mean for us today? It means that every breath, every drop of rain, every bit of shade on a summer day, all trace back to trees. They are the planet's quiet engineers, shaping air, land, and life itself. But there's another lesson hiding in their silence. Trees don't rush. They don't chase sunlight or fight every change. They adapt, patiently. They grow when the time is right, and rest when the season asks them to. Maybe that's something we can learn, too. When life feels noisy, remember the trees. They've seen storms, yet they still stand tall. They've lost branches, yet they keep growing new ones. They move slowly, but everything they do lasts. And here's a peaceful thought. Every tree you pass on your way to work, every leaf that shades your home, is quietly giving you something. Oxygen. Cool air. A reminder to breathe. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know. Every night, while we sleep, trees keep working. They don't need light to stay alive, they store energy, slowly releasing it back into the air. They keep balancing the world even as we dream beneath them. And in a way, they dream, too. Scientists studying tree movement at night notice that branches droop slightly in darkness, almost like the trees are relaxing after a long day. By morning, they lift again with the light. It's a rhythm older than humanity itself. So maybe that's the secret of trees. To grow quietly. To breathe deeply. To live not in hurry, but in harmony. The next time you can't sleep, imagine standing beneath a great oak or a tall pine. Feel its roots deep in the earth. Hear the whisper of its leaves. You are safe here. You are part of this stillness. You are part of this forest. If this opened your eyes, or helped them close, there's something else waiting for you next. If this video helped you relax or see the world differently, you can keep the calm going. We make more bedtime documentaries like this, where science meets serenity. So if you'd like to drift through more hidden wonders of nature, gently tap subscribe and turn on the bell. That way, the next time your mind feels busy, you'll have a peaceful story waiting. And here's a question for you. If trees could talk in words, what do you think they would say to us? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your reflections. Until next time. Breathe easy. And sleep deeply. Like the trees. Herb.